Hello, everybody. Please excuse the corporate mess in the background. So, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it is time to do the September budget. There are some things that I'm not going to include only because my August budget is not done until like technically 11:59 tonight. But as you guys can see from the title, this is going to be a low budget month for me, and this will probably be my income for quite some time because I don't really plan on doing travel nursing ever again. I might pick up one more contract if there's just something expensive that I want to do and I need to make a lot of money in 3 months. But the biggest change is that I've gone from travel, not just to part-time, but not just to full-time, but part-time at a PRN job, state facility. So state facilities don't really pay a lot of money. And this is just the way it's going to be for a while because I really need the time to be able to spend on perfecting my craft, getting my businesses back in order. I used to be full-time self-employed for like 3.5 years and decided to let a lot of my business income dwindle because I no longer wanted to make money doing what I was doing. So for now, part-time income, which it is low budget now, or low income for the budget. Now, when I say low income, if you make this kind of money and that's fine with you, fine. But for me, it's low income because I typically make way more than what I'm going to be showing you guys. So I don't want it to come off like I'm putting people down, like, oh my God, you're low income. That's not it. It's just low income for me. So I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys around. Let's put you guys up top here. And then I'm going to also go ahead and pull this stream up on my computer so I can see if you guys have any questions. Of course, like always, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, make sure that you put them into the live chat so I can see them and answer questions as we go. So let me... All right, and I have the stream up. All right, 1 second, you guys. All right, coolio. And my message just popped up. Okay, so first thing first, in any budget, of course, I need to figure out my income. And just so I can show you guys, I did already go ahead and do the actual layout. So I put all my bills and I have 3 paydays. These 2 are from my PRN job. And then this one over here is from YouTube. So my paycheck on the 11th is going to cover my work days from the 18th of August to the 31st. And then the paycheck on the 25th is going to cover the 1st through the 14th. And let me zoom y'all in just a little bit more. All right. So I know when it comes to these 2 weeks right here, I only worked 26.75 hours the first week. And then the second week, I only worked 12.5, and it's because they called me off one of those days. And then typically I try to work 48 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 48 hours and hope that they don't call me off. Actually, did they call me off one of these other days? I think they might have. I'm going to do, let's see, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6. Let's do 42 hours. Because I have a 2-hour class to do, and then I did do a 4-hour shift last night, so that's 6 hours. So I don't know if I'm going to make up that other 6 hours of that 12-hour shift that they called me off for. So let's just go with these hours here. So let me get a calculator. And I hope this is the right pen. All right. Luckily, I still have my old phone. Calculator. Where is the calculator? I forgot how to use Droids now. I've been with iPhone since March. Calculator, here we go. All right, so 26.75 and then 12.5 hours is 39.25. And then we're gonna go with 42 over here. So I get paid $30 an hour. And I'm gonna subtract 28% for taxes. So this is what I'm expecting the first check, and that should be an underestimation because I don't think I'm taxed that high, but we'll see. So then 42 hours here, we're gonna multiply that by $30 an hour and then subtract 28%. And that's gonna give me $907.20. And if I add these two together, that's gonna give me $17.55. And then we have the YouTube check on the 21st. And that is $273.97. And you guys know I do 20% for taxes for business. So if I subtract taxes, oh, my phone just died? Really? Or did it just restart? Well, that's awkward. Yeah, I think it just died. All right, cool. So sorry, you guys. I'm gonna have to use the calculator on my computer. 273.97 minus 20%. It's gonna give me 219.18. So if I add that here, $219.18 plus $17.55. It's gonna give me $1974.18. Typically, I would round down to 1900 and stay with 1900, but I'm actually gonna round up to 2000, and that's just because I know that I'm underestimating. I'm overestimating my taxes up here. So actually, should I go down? Actually, I will go down. I'm gonna go down to 1900 when I do the income part of it. Let's do that. All right. So, and y'all can still see. Again, if you guys have any questions, hey, what's it say, Ellis? Sorry, y'all got bad eyes. Hey, Ellis. All right. So projected income, we're gonna do 1900. And let's go ahead and fill in the fixed expenses. So just like last month on camera, I'm only going to fit in or put in my personal expenses, and I'll add the business expenses later. So the only personal expenses I have is my car insurance, the travel membership, and then the VIP. So all the ones that say bill due like this are the personal expenses. So car insurance, we have $129.66. And then the travel membership is $30. And what was the other one? Oh, that VIP membership that I don't even typically get charged, but we got it included just in case. Okay, so $129.66 plus the 30 plus the 50. I work part-time too, and this is close to my salary. Yeah, so it works. I mean, like I said, I just don't want people to like think that I look down on them because I think that this is a low income, because for some people it works, and for me it works for now. I don't have a lot of bills, but I don't think that I could survive off of just this. And actually, you guys, give me 1 second because I just realized I forgot to, there we go. Okay, so the fixed expenses is $209.66. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in up here. And if you are not familiar with my income allocation method, after this video is over, I will try to include it in the description box as well as the eye in the sky so that you understand why I do this. But essentially, I like to calculate what my fixed expenses are first, because to me, I need to pay that first. Like, most people cannot eat as much, you know what I mean? Or not spend as much money shopping. Your bills count, because for me, credit is important, and if you're missing payments and they start hitting your credit with it, it's not a good look. If you don't care about credit, you won't feel the same way. So after I subtract my fixed expenses, this is how much I have left over, not just for everyday expenses like groceries and gas and stuff, but also is what I have left over to save, and if I was still in debt, to pay off debt as well. But you guys know I've been debt free since May of last year. So in order for me to figure out what percentage of my leftover income or my net income goes towards my checking for everyday expenses, I have to figure out what I want to spend on this stuff. So as far as groceries go, I typically do I used to do $50 a week, but I started eating a little bit more healthy, so I upped it to 75. But I haven't really been spending that much on groceries, especially now because I'm back home with my parents. So instead of me doing what would be $75 a week times 4, that would be 300. I'm gonna go down to 250 because I do sometimes eat when my mom cooks. Personal household for me is altogether, that's like hair products, personal care products, stuff like that. I usually do $100 a week, or not $100 a week, $25 a week. So let's do 100. Restaurants, I usually do $25 a week for that, but I'm gonna go up just a tad and do 125. Gas, I should have really only have to fill up twice. I don't really do a lot of driving, and I could typically get like 450 miles to a tank when I'm just primarily doing like city driving. So let's just do $100. That's like 2.5 fill-ups. I think that's more than enough. I only go to work twice a week. I work 40 hours a week and get paid weekly, $8 an hour. Listen, that's rough. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's rough. Like, it's one of those things where you take what you can get, but you know, as time goes on, you just have to understand that the cost of living is gonna keep increasing, and you can't get raises at the same pace as the cost of living going up, inflation happening every single year. So if you can, you know, find jobs that pay you more, you know, go back and get an education if you have 2 certifications, anything that can increase your rate of pay. I could go up on my rate of pay by going PRN like at a hospital or something, especially in psych. Like I could get like $45 to $50 an hour here in St. Louis, depending on where I go. It's just not my preference. It's very stressful working in acute psych in a hospital, doing all the admissions and discharge. I ain't got time for all that. So yeah, this works for me for now at least. All right, so shopping, I do $25 a week. I'm not gonna do recreation. Miscellaneous, I usually do $25 a week as well, but I'm gonna do 150 because not only do I have my dad's birthday, but my mom's sister, my Aunt Ricky, her birthday is this month as well. So that gives me like $25 for each of them for like a birthday card and like maybe a gift card or something. I do have to put in supplements, which is about $100. And it typically runs me like 75, but I know I'm gonna have to get more prenatals this month as well. And then we're gonna do travel because I am going on a trip Saturday the 28th until I come back the morning of the 2nd. And I'm going to Denver to visit one of my friends. I've only been to Denver once, and that was back in March, but it was a blizzard the one day that I was there because I was traveling back from California to St. Louis. So I want to go back and actually experience Denver before it gets like super cold and snowy and stuff, because I don't like that. And then for business, I'm gonna do 150. I don't even think I might buy like a mic for my new vlogging camera. I might get that, but outside of that, that's about it. How do I get on the right track? Sorry, I'm reading some of you guys. I'm trying to be a pro like you. You know what? Budgeting is difficult. And this is for both of you, or all of you guys that are on right now. Budgeting is not easy. Once you find something that works, it is like no matter what my income is, I can make it work. You know what I mean? But that also comes from me getting rid of all of the debts that I have, staying at home because I just feel like, why am I wasting money on rent? I do the same thing. I go to work, I come home, play the video game, eat, shower, use the bathroom, and that's it. So why do I need to pay rent for that? You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. So I'm over here adding up this column as I'm talking to you guys. But Yeah, budgeting is hard, especially in the beginning, Gregory. You know, especially if you're very detailed like I am. Like I look over all of my expenses, every single detail. Which I was thinking about doing cash envelopes this month just to try it out. I know I'm gonna hate it, but I was thinking about doing it. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see that. Cause I don't know if I could do that, but I'll try. If y'all want to see that, I will do that. That would be hard for me. I'm also in school for health science profession. That's good. Make sure, however, that in the healthcare industry, you're getting a degree in something that will still pay you. Because at the end of the day, yes, our passions are great. You know, if you have a passion for social work or whatever, but you also have to get your bills paid. Okay, period, point blank. Um, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for what income I get, but once the hardest is being on disability and I use all my savings waiting to get my approval letter. I was denied twice because of my age. Yeah, being on fixed income is hard as well. That's extremely hard. You got to just figure out how to make it work. You know, sometimes you have to start a side hustle or something, just something to bring you more money in, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have to depend on anybody. You know, the government can decide to get rid of disability tomorrow, and then what? You know what I mean? So, all right, so let's figure out what the percentage for the checking is. And in order to do that, I'm dividing the total budgeted expenses of 1275 by the um, net income. So it looks like this. So divided by 1690.34. And that gives me 75.4%. And you guys know I round up to the nearest 10 or 5, really, the nearest 5. So that's going to be 80%. So basically, I'm doing an 80-20 split this month. And in order for me to know exactly what to write in this box, I'm not going to write the 1275, because in order for me to get the accurate number, I have to multiply this by 80%. Why? Because I went from here up to 80%. So I'm giving myself that extra cushion, basically. So 0.8 or 80% times the 1690.34, and I'm sorry I don't have my calculator on the computer or on the screen, is going to give me 1352.27. Hey Josette. All right, so let's go ahead and write this in. 1352.27. So there are different budgeting methods out there. For those of y'all who are new to my channel, I made this up myself. It came out of my own head because at one point I was putting so much money towards debt that I just felt like, man, like I need to save while I'm doing this. And you know, how do I know when I get a paycheck when it's safe for me to start putting money towards savings and start putting money towards debt and start putting money towards this and that? And basically the way I came up with it was, after I earn enough money in the month to pay my bills, all of my fixed expenses, then it's safe for me to start allocating money towards everyday expenses as well as savings. Sometimes people ask me like, oh, well, you know, you already started allocating, but what about this? Well, guess what? By the end of the month, all of it catches up. So you still spend money the way you normally would. You still pay your bills in the order that it comes during the month. You don't just say, oh, well, I've earned enough for my bills, so let me pay them all at the beginning of the month. No, don't do that. Because you'll screw yourself up, honestly. But yeah, all right. So in order for me to come up with this number, we're gonna do this 1690.34, and I'm gonna subtract this 1352.27. So 1690.34 minus 1352.27. So that's the philosophy that I came up with and why I do my budgeting this way. No matter how much money I make, no matter how much money I spend, this is the way that I've been doing my budgets for about, is it going on 3 years? I think it's going on 3 years now, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'm projecting to save about $338.07 this month, maybe. It'll probably be more because I doubt I spend all of this money. You guys know I overestimate my expenses. So I have not filled out like this part of the budget yet, the savings jars and stuff, because I'm still in August budget, so that will come later. All right, so let's go ahead and flip to do the paycheck to paycheck budget. And if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, y'all make sure y'all let me know. I'm watching the stream to make sure I'm like in. Okay. Okay, so the budget, we have the $12.75, right? But in order for me to figure out how much I'm going to spend each week on groceries and all of that for the 4 weeks that I have to subtract a couple of things out because those are things that are like one time. So I'm going to subtract the supplements because I buy all of that the very first week of the month. I'm also going to subtract travel because I'm traveling in a specific week. So that's minusing what, $300. So that should give me $975. And I'm going to divide that by the 4 weeks. 975 divided by 4 is going to give me $243.75 per week to spend on gas, groceries, and all of that stuff. Now, if I knew there was something specific I wanted to buy, like that had something to do with my business, I would also subtract this $150 and put it in a specific week, saying like, oh, well, I know I want to buy the mic for my vlogging camera and this and this and that, so I'm just going to take it all out, and on this day I'm going to spend it, so I'm going to put it in this week. I don't know if I'm going to buy that. I just, you know, I go sometimes without putting that in my budget, and then I have that expense, and now I didn't allot for it. So the budget is going to be $243.75 per week. And right now I am setting up to do this right here, which I never even put my washi down, as y'all can see. Okay. So I have to make sure I do that. I also need to make sure that I put the supplements in of $100. And then I also need to make sure that I do the travel budget of, did I do 200 or 200? That should be enough because I'm only spending Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, those 3 full days. And I mean, I've given myself, what, over $50 a day. That should be more than enough. And this is going to be the 28th that I go. Okay. So let's figure out the weeks. So my weeks go from 9/6 to 9/12. Then we have 9/13 to 9/19, 9/20 to 9/26, 9/27 to 1, 2, 3. So my budget is essentially going from the 6th of September to October 3rd. And I should still be here. All right, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so we have September 6th through September 12th. And I do get paid on the 11th. So that first check is going to, is that right? Oh yeah, I start here. Everything I earn from Saturday to pays. Okay, yeah, that's right. Oh no, I'm lying. So that paycheck isn't going to count until the second week because basically everything I earn from Saturday to Friday pays for the following week of expenses. So this paycheck is going to pay for the week of expenses starting the 13th. Okay, so my income this week is going to be $0. And then the second week is going to be September 13th through September 19th. And that's when I'm going to put the $847.80. And I'll go ahead and start to write the expenses in. All right. So first we have the budget. And that's going to be $243.75. And why am I writing this in black, y'all? Oh wait, I do write this in black. Look, I'm thinking of my paycheck to paycheck budgets. I'm tripping. And I'm gonna go ahead and write that in over here as well. I always like to write the budget first because if I don't, I'll just completely forget. All right, so what else do we have this week? I have no personal expenses, but I do want to go ahead and buy my supplements, and that's gonna be $100. And I do have one business expense that I'm gonna go ahead and write in as well, because even though my business expenses are not included in this budget, I still like to make sure that I write them in, like in a different space, just so I can make sure that all my business bills are paid as well. Okay, so this second week, I again don't have any personal expenses at all, but I do have two business expenses. So we have Sprint, which is my phone bill, of course. That's $44. I'm part of a family plan. And then we have Send Owl. And anything you guys want information on, any of the stickers that I use, the pins, the planner, all of that stuff is in the description box, by the way. All right, so let's go ahead and come down. I'll put a strip of washi there. So let's go to the next week. And that's going to be September 20th through the 26th. And my next payday is on the 25th. So that'll be the week of the 27th. And that YouTube paycheck will be the week of the 27th as well. So we're going to have another $0 week. And then this week, not only do I have the budget of $243.75, I also have my car insurance, which I'm on a family plan as well. It's Geico. I just switched from Progressive. This will be the second month that I've been with Geico now because they wanted to go up on my insurance, almost $90 a month. For a accident in the mountains in a blizzard that I didn't hit another person with, and it only caused $1,900 worth of damage. So, which I had to pay $500 of it. So, just saying, yeah. So I was not happy, so I switched. All right, so I have the budget, Geico, the travel membership, and you guys are gonna see in my New Orleans vlog like how I was able to save like $400 for my hotel for that. All right, so now let's go ahead and write in the business expenses. Do you guys have any questions whatsoever? If you do, write them in because we ain't gonna be here much longer. All right, so that's $11.95. I also have my credits. I'm an affiliate of a credit repair company. And then we have FSM. This is another like affiliate company. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, how do I get 6? Oh, 6 because the budget. All right. And let's go ahead and do this last week. And then after this, I'm gonna go into the columns and like subtract and figure out like how I'm gonna divvy up the savings and stuff. So we're almost done. Oh wait, not September. It's gonna be October 3rd. And this is going to be, oh, I didn't do it separately. All right, so $907.20 plus the $219.18 from YouTube is gonna be why did I wrote a whole nother dollar sign. $1,126.38. So again, we have the budget of $243.75, and I have that VIP membership that I haven't been getting charged, but I just keep writing it in. Rather have it ready for it just in case. And then I am gonna have that trip to Denver. It's $200, and I have a business expense, roadside assistance, and the only reason why it's a business expense is because it's how I stay qualified to earn money in one of the affiliate companies that I'm in. That's $7.99. Alrighty. So, and I don't even have my ruler. Alright. I'll have to do it this way. What is this in here? I left my ruler in the other room. Alright. All right, so this is going to be negative 243.75, and basically all I'm doing right now is trying to figure out how negative and how positive I'm going to be in each week with my budgeted expenses coming out as well as my fixed expenses. I don't do anything as far as the business expenses go, and I just like to see that because I like to have an overview of, okay, you know, I really need to make sure that I'm limiting my spending a little bit this week as opposed to next week because I have more money left over. Now, one of the things that helps me, however, is the fact that you guys know that at the end of every month, I balance myself out to where I have way more than I should considering what my fixed expenses is since I don't have rent, but I like to balance myself down to $4,000. So like I was telling you guys when I made this budget, the week 5 budget for August, this is so important, me having this money left over, because I don't get paid until the 11th, right? So basically for 5 days, because my budget doesn't start until the 6th anyway, so it doesn't look as bad as it actually is. Like people would think like, oh my God, the 11th, what are you supposed to do the first 10 days? Well, it doesn't matter because my budget doesn't start until the 6th anyway, but I'm going a couple of days without having an income. Luckily, I don't have bills that are due at the beginning anyway, but you know, for these couple of days, I'm covered by the $4,000 that I have in my account, and then everything kind of just starts to work the way that it's supposed to after that. So, and I don't know why I haven't stapled this in yet. Don't ask me, I don't know. All right, let's go back. Okay, so for this week, we got the $847.80. I'm gonna subtract the $243.75, and if you're just tuning in, I don't have the calculator up there because I'm filming from my phone and my other phone won't stay charged. All right, and that's it for that week. So this week, again, we're starting off negative. So we have $243.75, and I'm gonna subtract another $129.66. That's gonna give me $373.41. And I'm going to subtract another 30, so that's $403.41. Now let's get over here to this week. So we got $1126.38 because not only will we have the part-time job, but we also have a couple $100 from YouTube in there, and this is going to give me $882.63. Then we have $832.63. and $632.63. All right, so now let's come down just a little, and I'm basically just gonna write each week out how much I have left over or how much I'm over budget, and we'll add all of that up to see how much money we'll have left over for savings, which it should be very close to what we wrote up here, but it's not going to be the exact same amount because remember, this is based on the overestimation of that extra like 5% we put in here, but because this is actual numbers, this will give me a little bit more than this number here. All right, so week 4. All right, so week 1 we are negative $343.75. And week 3, we're negative $403.41. Week 2, it is $631.05 positive. And week 4, it's $632.63. So let's add that up. So negative $343.75 plus $631.05. I'm going to subtract $403.41. and 632, or add 632.63. And that's gonna give me, ooh, is it that much? All right, and the way that I know if I did that part right, if I subtract this, like take this minus that, and I add that difference to this 338, I should get the same amount as this 516. 27 minus 1275, and if I add that to the 338.07, that's not right. It should be 415.34. Where am I off? And this is why I like using the calculator on the phone, because y'all can see when I'm doing it and y'all can tell me if I put something in wrong. Let me see if my phone will actually come back up now that I got a little juice. So, how did you guys do in August for your August budgets? I did pretty well, actually. You guys will see, it's either going to come out tomorrow or maybe like Saturday, because I am doing a mock budget this month after y'all been cussing me out for months. I'm coming back with it, okay? And I know I said I was going to do it last month, but I just couldn't fit it in. All right, let me see. All right, so my calculations are off somewhere, and I need to figure out where it is. Yeah, I have quite a bit of money left over right now out of my budget. So let's see, that one's right, I know, 847. So I should end up putting like over $1,000 into my savings tonight from this budget. This is the problem right here. How did I get that number? 60405. What did I say I should get? Let's see, 415.34. All right, so if I change this number, this is why no matter what way you budget, you should have different ways for you to do checks and balances. All right, so 343.75 negative. I'm gonna add the 604.05. Subtract 403.41 and add 632.63. I still don't have the right number. Y'all, what am I doing? Minus 129.66 minus 30. That's right. Oh, 38. And I'm subtracting 243.75 minus 50 minus 200. So why the hell am I not getting the right number? Plus 604. Sorry, y'all. This is what happens when I do it completely live and not be able to edit this part out. 632. But it's good for you guys to see, like, because not all the time are you going to get stuff correct. Now, why is this? I could have just did this whole thing wrong. All right, so 1690.34 times 80%. That's right. Minus 1275 plus 3. Yeah, you guys, I really don't know right now. I'll come back in the comment section to let y'all know where the error is. But right now, these are the numbers that we're going to go with. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. The extra amount that's missing is because I count the... No, I don't. No, I really don't know. I lied. Why is that? Look, I'm stumped. So we're going to go with this. All right, so out of this 489.52 that I'm showing right now, I only want to do my, do I want to do travel this month, or should I do just the car and the miscellaneous? Actually, I'm just going to do, I'm going to split this half and half between the car and travel. And the reason why is because my miscellaneous slash future investment fund is almost $10,000. Actually, it probably will be $10,000 by the time I reconcile down to 4,000 tonight. And I think that's plenty, at least for now. I'm really planning on going on a trip every month. So funding my travel fund is what's really important right now. And that's because I've done a lot of traveling in my lifetime, don't get me wrong, but most of it was for business. So I wasn't able to, and I mean, like, a lot of these trips that I'm going to be doing is still business, but it's different. It's like different. And I don't really know how to explain it. But, you know, I'm not traveling to, speak at events and all of that stuff. I'm actually able to enjoy my time a little bit more. And part of me going into my 30s next year is I want to enjoy my life more. I'm so goal oriented and I do so much that I also enjoy life very, not that I don't enjoy my life, but I don't enjoy it to the extent that some people do. So I feel like traveling a little bit more often, once a month, will help out quite a bit. And then of course I want to keep funding my car fund because of course every day my car gets older, it may need more repairs. I might need to replace it in the future. So this is what I'm going with for now. And I'll probably be doing a sinking fund update next week so that you guys can see how much money I have in my accounts, because showing it here says a total of 31,000. I'm at like almost 38,000 in my accounts right now. So yeah, I really don't need to save a whole bunch. So this is where we're at, you guys. And like I said, I'll pin a comment if I can figure out where that extra little bit of money is coming from or wherever, or where it's supposed to be. If I can't figure it out, it just is what it is. This will be my first budget ever where I can't figure out why the numbers don't work exactly how they're supposed to. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure that you leave them in the comment section of the actual video, because the live chat is going to go away pretty soon. But that is my budget for this month. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned because the mock budgets are coming back. It's either going to come out tomorrow or Saturday. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.